It's Tuesday in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and already there have been a lot of tears and a lot of tantrums, and that's just the grown-ups.
Lewis, shut up! I just want you to know how I feel inside, in here.
This is the House of Tiny Tearaways, where 3 families with severe parenting problems have come to seek guidance from clinical psychologist Dr Tanya Byron. The Turner parents have come to confront their children's terrible tantrums and try and save their relationship. Their single mum, Nicola Egbon, whose child Dante has an exhausting sleep problem.
I'm just too tired right now to take you back.
And finally, the Cooksleys. Mum Nicky and Dad Paul have been struggling to combat Lewis's food phobia.
Listen, if you have one...
All 3 families are posing a huge challenge for Dr Tanya. With only 4 days left, will she be able to turn their problems around? Last night, Dr Tanya advised Mum Nicola Egbon to resist letting 2-year-old Dante creep into her bed. Dante has slept with his mum every night for the last 23 months, disturbing her sleep and leaving her exhausted. It proved to be a tough night, but after returning him back to his own room 10 times, her persistence paid off, and for the first time ever, Dante woke up in the morning in his own bed.
You slept in your room? Not in Mommy's bed, did you?
Mommy's bed.
Dante slept in Dante's room, didn't he? That's a good boy. And Mummy slept in Mummy's bed, didn't she?
This is a major breakthrough for Mum Nicola, and she couldn't be happier.
Okay, let's go and get Cocoa for her.
Next door, 6-year-old Hannah Turner has woken her dad Lee for breakfast, leaving Mum Louise and 3-year-old sister Jessica sleeping.
Those fishes have been in that queue all night.
I know.
What do you mean again?
Both Hannah and Jessica suffer from behavioural problems that include severe tantrums, violent outbursts,
Don't smack me.
and increasing sibling rivalry. These problems have resulted in Lee and Louise having a negative attitude towards their daughters.
No.
And the constant stress of their bad behaviour is pushing the couple's relationship to breaking point. Yesterday, Dr Tanya taught them how important it was to have fun and play with their children, an exercise which made Lee realise just how distant he had become from his 2 girls. The Cooksleys family are preparing breakfast.
Yeah.
They brought 2-year-old Lewis here in an attempt to wean him off pureed foods. Yesterday, Dr Tanya encouraged Lewis to play with his food and tried to make mealtimes more fun. However, during the course of the exercise, she discovered a more serious problem and believes Lewis is food phobic. News that hit Dad Paul hard.
It's really upsetting.
Today, Dr Tanya wants Lewis to try and start feeding himself, and Paul is hoping that armed with a spoon and a fork, Lewis might eat his breakfast.
Now one for Lewis. Lewis, put it in. Can you dig it in? Can you dig it in? Hey, that's it. One for Lewis now. Lewis, no, that one's for Lewis. And then Daddy have one. No, one for Lewis.
Daddy.
One for Lewis.
Daddy.
No, that one. Daddy's had one.
Daddy.
Right, now one for Lewis. Put it, dig it in. Dig it in. Oh, Daddy's gonna have one like that then. Can you do that? You see what you can do. Daddy's just going to come back in a minute.
Dad, come back.
Yeah, you see what you can do.
Mother.
Hopeless.
Breaking the pattern of feeding Lewis is proving difficult, so Paul and Nicky revert back to offering Lewis his favourite food.
If you have a brown yoghurt, are you going to feed it yourself?
You said, do you want one?
Daddy, do it.
No, Lewis can
Mummy
do
and Daddy
it.
not going to do it.
Daddy, do it.
Do you want one if Lewis does it?
Daddy do it.
We'll take
We'll try
over.
it.
If he doesn't want it, then we go straight back in the fridge.
Daddy
Yep,
do
because we're not going to... I'm not
If you
going
can
to do
show
it.
him how to
I'll
hold
show
the
him how to do it, but I'm not going to do it for him.
Daddy do it, Daddy do it.
No, well, Daddy will help you.
Daddy do it, Daddy do it, Daddy do it.
Daddy will help you.
Daddy,
Yeah. Are you alright?
Daddy will help you.
Did you get much
right,
sleep
you
last
hold on
night?
the spoon. No, you hold on the spoon. Come on, look, ready? Look. Dig. 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 Look. Now Lewis, have a go. Hold on to the spoon for Daddy. Lewis, I'll leave the spoon in there and I'll leave it up to you. You have a go. You can do it. You know you can do it.
Mum Louise Turner has been learning about the importance of positive praise to get daughters Jessica and Hannah to behave, a strategy that seems to be paying off.
Sleep. Is this starting to look like fish shape?
That is definitely looking like a fish shape. That's lovely, Hannah.
I just came down.
There's my fish. What do you think of my fish?
Nice.
Do you like it?
Mom, do you
Dante.
like your one cat?
Oh, I do. That's brilliant. Isn't it?
Really?
That's beautiful, Jess. I like it.
Tired and hungry, Lewis is
Lewis,
having a
until you
tantrum,
behave,
and it
I'm
all
not gonna
becomes
hurt
too
you.
much.
Go and play. Go and play with that. Go and... Right, I'll stop off then.
I'll go and sort the laundry out, alright?
Shall I come with you? Help us do this, Lewis. Do you want to come and help us do this? Come on then. Come and help us do this then.
Actually, I better leave that in there for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Smother themselves.
Lewis, you're going to come and help us do this now.
Okay.
Come on, come and help us do this.
Thanks, guys.
Now stop it! Well, you are a naughty boy!
It's okay.
I'm not putting up with this. Lewis, shut up.
You stay there and calm down. Just watch it doesn't fall out.
He won't fall out of there.
As well.
Shut up!
After giving Dad Paul time to calm down, Dr Tanya decides it's time to talk through what happened earlier.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Here, let's have a chat. Come and sit down. What's going on?
I don't know, he's just really messing me about.
Tell me.
He just won't shut up. He wouldn't shut up and he's just, you can hear him, he's in the right state and I'm trying to ignore him and like, because I think it's the best thing to do now and he's just getting me really agitated.
Okay.
Really upset because he just won't shut up. I don't mean it and I don't mean to shout at him and I don't want to do that. You end up doing it because you just lose your temper and we're really tired because we had a really bad night.
Yeah,
again.
I know.
And I think that doesn't help and he didn't eat his breakfast this morning.
Right.
And it's just, you know, you just think we had such a good time yesterday, or we ended up on a positive note yesterday and now you feel you've just gone back to square one again and I think a lot of it's because we're tired. Do you think, Nicky? I know I am, I'm just really tired, I'm just a bit fed up. You know?
You're really stirred up, aren't you?
I am, because this is how I get.
Is this why you have to keep everything so nice? Because you're worried that if this happens, you're just going to lose it completely?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we do try, I think, and keep it nice.
I think as well with Paul, I get so upset.
Come and join us here.
When he's like that, sometimes, like when Paul sort of, right, okay, well, we'll drag him, then Lewis ends up hurting himself. You know, you're trying to prevent that.
I get frightened of the way he makes me, though, because I don't want to hurt him, and I probably did hurt him when I dropped in there a bit, and I do it on purpose. Yeah, I want to hurt him at that point. And now I feel really guilty, because I shouldn't have shouted at him, I shouldn't have dropped him like that, I shouldn't have, you know...
Why? Because we live in Disneyland?
No.
What do we live? We live in the world. If he thinks the world is the sunshiny place that you paint it for him, the first time he gets knocked over in the playground, it's going to destroy him. You didn't throw him against a wall, you didn't beat him up, you haven't smashed his face in.
No, but I dropped him, didn't I, deliberately, and I shouldn't have done that, should I?
Well, my concern is, I think the two of you have real issues with anger management, and any angry feeling spins you out so much that you become so completely freaked out and frightened of what you might do to this little boy who you love more than anything else in the world, that you have to recoil so much that everything then is nice.
Yes. Yeah.
But my concern is that because neither of you ever allow yourself to feel angry, even in your own relationship, you're always really nice to each other. When I can see that you're really wound up with each other, I think I've got to help you learn to feel comfortable with anger. Because I am worried that if you don't allow yourself to get angry with your son, one day you might seriously hit him, because it'll just go from here to here, and before you know it, you'll be there.
Yeah, I think, I must admit that is sometimes quite a big worry. That is. Did you give you a gargle yet? There, is that better?
Come on.
Another kiss.
Lewis has finally calmed down, and Dad Paul takes him to rejoin the other
We can
families.
see out the window.
You all right?
Yeah.
You know what happened just then? I've done that a million times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
I have, to
Really?
be honest with you, and so's Lee.
Oh,
And that's what I said to you, it's all right, because you do it, and that's...
But you feel so sort of like guilty immediately after.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
But
I do.
I was saying, Tanya came in.
I did, but you know what, you're not the only one that's done it.
That's good,
You mustn't
because
feel,
that makes
you
me feel
mustn't
better.
feel, because I felt more for you than I did for Lewis, because I've been there.
Yeah.
So, and it's okay, you know what I mean? And look at him, he's fine now, he's fine.
Yeah, he is fine.
You know what I mean?
It's just at that moment
It's
you
really
just see
hard.
red, don't you? And
Yeah,
you
that's it. Well, all you see is,
you lose it.
I have had enough.
Yeah.
No, it's cheating in the rooms because we can't go in the rooms.
Are you feeling right now, Flower?
Yeah, that loads of said to me. She said we've done that before. She said, don't worry. She said we've done that many times.
I thought, I'm cool, you're not the only parent.
But when she said that, do you know what? When she said that, and it's so weird, she's the only person.
Baby, come on, let's play ring of roses. Let's go.
She's the person there. When somebody else says that, you suddenly feel okay. And that was the best thing that's been said.
Ring of roses.
It doesn't make you not a bad person for being angry, Paul.
Attention, we are from Louisa.
So what should parents do when they get angry?
I think they need to hold on to the fact that they're the adult and not join their child in a tantrum. If you engage with your anger and let your child see how angry you are, then of course you're reinforcing the behaviour, but also in some cases it can take things further, and that's when parents can do things that they might later regret. There's lots of things. I think don't take it personally. Walk away if you need to. That's why ignoring is a very good technique when children are having tantrums. If not, time out, the technique I use, which is where you put your child somewhere that's safe, 1 minute for each year of their life. So if you have a 3-year-old, it gives you 3 minutes to kind of calm down, to refocus, but it also gives the child a very clear message. If you behave like this, you're absolutely out of my radar, I'm completely ignoring you. I think once the situation is over, take some time out, think about your breathing, focus your mind. The worst thing you can do as a parent when your child is making you feel really angry is allow that anger to engage and then allow your child to feel the force of that anger.
Okay. Lee and Louise Turner are having their morning catch-up. They've been making good progress since they arrived, but Dr Tanya feels they still have a long way to go.
Because I need you to get your coat on, Lee.
Okay.
I need you to get the girls' coats on, because we are sending you out with the girls to somewhere that children go to and become quite manic because they're having a great time. And I need to see you manage them on your own out of this house without Louise.
You can do it. You can do it.
The reason I'm doing this is because you seem to be coming out of your cocoon. I can see you re-entering your family in a really big way. So I'm setting you a test.
Okay.
I want to see how you can do it outside the safety blanket of here without Lou there as your kind of backup. Do you think you'll do it?
I know you can do it.
Yeah, is there a bar there?
Yeah, I have to say, the rules are no alcohol. You've got to stay with the girls all the time and really like both of them back with you at the end of the day if possible, please.
Okay, not sold them.
Don't sell them.
So far, it's been a morning of high emotion in the House of Tiny Tearaways. Paul and Nicky Cooksley have brought their 2-year-old son here to try and solve his eating problem. Dr Tanya has discovered that Mum and Dad's anxiety has resulted in Lewis becoming food phobic.
Lewis, have a go.
The Turners want to deal with daughters Hannah and Jessica's severe tantrums, which have been tearing the family apart. Dad Lee and Mum Louise have had to address their negative attitudes to their children, but their girls haven't made it easy. Since he was born 23 months ago, Dante has never slept a full night in his own bed. Mum Nicola is now trying a rapid return technique, which requires putting Dante back in his own bed every time he wakes, which happened 10 times last night. Although Nicola is doing well, Dr Tanya feels her emotional well-being could be part of the problem. Still to come, Paul Cooksley lets off some steam.
But I just want you to know how I feel inside, in here.
With only 4 days remaining, the countdown begins for Dr Tanya. With Dante's sleep routine starting to fall into place, Mum Nicola takes the opportunity to catch up with her best friend, Yanis.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Why are you crying, you silly girl? What's wrong?
To hear your silly voice, isn't it? What's happening, man?
Nothing much is happening over here. I'm sure a lot more is happening over there.
Yeah, Dante's doing very well.
Yeah?
You know how I've been complaining and stuff?
Yeah.
I was right. I do need the help. He does have a sleeping problem, you know what I mean? And you know, but he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's having a great time. It's kind of hard.
Is that why you're crying?
It's just a bit long, isn't it? But it's cool.
Aw, I'm not that far away.
I know, but it's cool. I'm doing well, though. Everybody's nice. Everybody likes me.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you.
It's good, man. But yo, man, I'm gonna have my room back, girl. I slept in my bed for the first time since Donnie was born. In my bed.
Go bye to Mum.
Bye. Bye. Love you.
Come on.
Dr Tanya thinks that full-time mum of 2, Louise, needs some time to herself.
Are you trying
She's
to
arranged
fly?
for Dad Lee and their 2 daughters, Hannah and Jessica, to go on a day's outing, allowing Mum the me time she so rarely gets. Dr Tanya has arranged for Louise to be pampered.
Here's your me time.
Wicked.
This is to make you feel less tired and to look like who you are.
Who I am, yeah.
And you couldn't be in better hands than Teresa.
Excellent.
So
That's really
I won't
cool.
even, as much as I want to sit here and have it done too, enjoy.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you. That's so nice. No one's ever done anything like that for me, or that's really nice.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy, but the more you thank me, the less you've got time doing it. Lewis, do it. Good boy!
Yesterday, Paul and Nicky Cooksley made an enormous breakthrough when Lewis managed to eat some mashed potato with his fingers. Dr Tanya has bought Lewis a present to hopefully encourage even more progress.
Wow, what's in here?
Look.
What's that? Look, shall we have a look? Let's do it.
Whoa.
Let me help you.
Let's have a big rip, a big final flourish.
There we go. Wow, look at that.
Oh. What is that?
Wow.
What's that?
For
It's a booster seat for Lewis.
Isn't it?
It's a booster seat because you are a big boy.
Okay.
Now, there's something else in there.
Let's go outside.
There you go, darling.
Can I have a look at this? Should Daddy help you with this one? Open it up. That's it. Oh, what's that?
That is for you to decorate your chair with Mummy. And this is what?
Learner plates.
It's a love for Lewis.
Oh.
And it's also a love for a young man who is learning to eat like a big boy.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Right.
Mummy's happy. I'm taking you for a walk.
Okay.
Because while your son is growing up and becoming a little boy, I need to help his daddy feel comfortable as a man.
Okay.
To give himself permission to get angry, because he needs to be able to get angry. That's what 3-year-olds do. It's part of life. But he's not going to be able to do it unless you can give yourself permission to do it. And so we're going to go and have a walk and start that process, okay? So both the men in your life are doing a bit of growing up today.
Whilst Dad Lee is out for the day with their daughters Hannah and Jessica, Mum Louise is enjoying some well-deserved me time.
So I feel sometimes like when Lee sees me, I think, I catch glimpses of myself in the mirror and I think, how could you fancy somebody like me? Because you don't get the time.
No.
Earlier in the day, Paul Cooksley dramatically lost his temper with his son Lewis.
Well, no,
and Dr
I mean,
Tanya is
you know,
worried
I
that Paul can't release his anger
want to
without
spend
losing
some time talking about
control.
what happened this
So she's
morning.
taken him out of the house for a much-needed talk.
I don't think it was the best moment you've had in the house.
Nicky and I had a bit of a rough night with him. He kept waking up quite a lot, so therefore we were both very tired, but I felt particularly tired. And I just snapped. I saw red and just snapped. I don't feel that was the right... Well, I don't know. I don't feel that was the right thing to do, to let him go like that. I feel really bad. I think people are going to look at me and think, how could he do that to his child? Literally, within seconds, the anger starts to disappear very, very quickly. It fizzles out, replaced by, oh God, what have I done? Oh, how stupid. Why am I like this? I shouldn't be like this with him.
Why? What kind of person are you when you think about this? What do you believe about yourself when you think about this?
I feel I'm a bad person. I feel I'm really, really, really horrible. And I'm not that sort of person. I'm not that sort of person.
But I think what really has struck me over the time you've been in the house is that you're always really nice. You're always really nice.
Well, I'm trying to be nice, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you are seething inside. I'm watching you. You are really, really inside.
Yeah.
Really angry.
I am, yeah.
And the angrier you get, the bigger smile comes on your face. It's kind of like Paul Cooksley does not get angry. He doesn't do anger. And I'm sitting there looking at you thinking, be angry. It's okay. Be angry.
Yeah. I just want everything to be nice in front of Lewis. I just
Why? What kind of world is your son going to grow up to expect?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
What is going to happen to him the first time he goes to school and there's a kid there who says something nasty to him or pushes him over? What is going to happen to his view of the world? We've been talking a lot about Lewis being an anxious little boy. I think he's an anxious little boy because he's got anxious parents.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think you're really anxious.
Yeah.
Anxiety is called the fight or flight response. Physiologically and psychologically, we prepare ourselves to fight something or to run away from it.
Yes.
Most of the time when things freak you out, you just withdraw. You put a smile on your face and I can see the shutter goes bang.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But sometimes when you just, as you say, you're tired, your reserves are down, your defences are down, you do the fight bit of anxiety. And that's what happened this morning.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that's definitely what happened this morning.
Now the problem is, if you never let yourself have normal emotional responses, if you're always keeping the pendulum on the good space, on the sunny side of the street, when something comes along that really, really challenges you and gets past all your defences, the risk is that you do then swing too far the other way.
Yeah.
Dr Tanya suggests an exercise that will get Paul to practice being assertive, allowing him to express his anger before he gets to the point of no return.
I want to hear you try and be assertive, which is the point in the middle.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand over here.
Okay.
You go back a little bit over there if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay. Construct in your head what you want to tell me, Tanya, about how I've really wound you up today. And I want you to tell me in a way that I believe that it's really wound you up.
Okay.
Okay. Have a think.
Okay. Tanya, can I just be honest with you about something and just make you understand something that you've said that's got to me?
Okay, it's not working. You are you're kind of asking my permission for you to be angry with me. Don't ask my permission.
Okay.
You're angry. You're
Okay.
angry with me.
Okay, Tanya, I want to tell you something. Listen, for the things that you said that I did wrong with Lewis, that's really, really upset me. That's really hurt me.
Maybe I need to upset you.
Well, you've done the job there. If that was your motive, yes,
Yeah.
because you have upset
So
me.
what kind of person does that make me? Because I wanted to upset you.
What kind of person does that make you?
Yeah, don't think about it. Tell me, what kind of person does it make me that I wanted to make you feel upset?
A bitch.
I didn't believe that.
A bitch.
Okay. Okay.
You've wound me up. You've fired me up. You've got me really upset. I did think that about you. I did. Not for long, but I did think that at the time.
Okay.
That's gone. That
Okay.
bit's gone, but I just want you to know how I feel inside, in here.
I need to shake your hands because I have just had the best conversation with you that I have had in the whole time you've been in this house. Well, you got me. When you called me a bitch, I tell you, I nearly fell over.
I did mean it at one stage.
Yeah, well, I was being a bitch. But we're shaking hands.
Yeah.
In fact, you're not letting go of my hand, are you?
No.
Just keep engaged with what you're feeling.
Okay.
Okay? Because when you were looking at me doing that, that is the way you could have got your son to really recognise this morning that you were feeling what you were feeling and that Daddy wasn't going to put up with it. You didn't need to dump him in his cot like that.
No.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Well done.
The exercise has been a
Because
success.
I haven't before.
Paul
I
is
haven't
starting
seen
to express his
long-term. I always
anger.
think of,
So now Tanya gives him
just
some
the fact,
simple
oh my
strategies
God,
to help
someone's
deal
not
with
gonna
Lewis
like me,
next
you know,
time a
all the rest
situation
of it.
arises.
When you can feel Lewis plugging into you, when you can feel anybody plugging into you like that, if you feel you can't stand there and be assertive, if the red mist comes down, walk away.
Right.
Take time out, count to 10, control your breathing, focus your mind and recognise that you're the adult and he's the child.
Right.
Then go back and deal with him assertively. You ask him once nicely to stop what he's doing. You ask him once firmly, like you did with me, to stop what he's doing. And if he doesn't, time him out. 3 minutes in a room, hold the door. He knows you're there, but don't talk to him. It gives you a chance to calm down and it stops the possibility of anything getting physical.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are the strategies to employ.
Okay.
Just have to make sure we don't poke our eyes out on the trees.
Make sure I don't get poked in the eye.
Did I just do that?
No.
I did. I just flapped it in your eye. You should be saying to me, you've just poked a tree in my eye.
Hey, had you poked that in my eye, woman, you'd have known about it.
Lee Turner and his two daughters, Jessica and Hannah, are on their way out.
We're off to a children's activity centre, basically to not test me, but to see how I cope with the children by myself. Dr Tanya's asked me to go and do it on my own, to put into practice some of the lessons and the realisations that have come through over the past couple of days, whether I can keep them up in a real world situation or whether I crack under the strain. The only things I'm really concerned about at the moment, waking her up, because it's sometimes not very pleasant.
They arrive at the play centre, but 3-year-old Jessica is well and truly asleep.
Jess girl, Jessie. Come on girls, here you go. Dr Tanya said, if you smile at your kids, they want to play with you. Probably a corny old word that we talk about bonding, but it does make you bond. Right, up you get.
The Turners have been playing happily for 30 minutes, but Dad Lee's got a problem.
Can you put them on?
No!
Yes, you have to.
No, I don't.
Can you
Hannah's
read?
taken her socks off, but that's against the rules.
Can you read?
Amazingly, instead of telling her off like he normally would, Lee takes Hannah to read the rules for herself.
Socks.
Stop.
Most. That's it. One. Brilliant. I'd have always said, get your bloody socks on now. You can't run around, you'll get verrucas or something like that. And immediately it's antagonistic. All I did now is take Hannah up to a sign, asked her, can she read? And we read the words together. And it was amazing that as she was reading them, she just pulled the socks out of her pocket, gave them to me, and we put them on. That is a major breakthrough.
Lee's so impressed with how he's managed the kids so far, he puts a quick call into Mum Louise.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Knackered.
How are you?
Yeah.
Are you really tired?
I've done this place top to bottom. And you? Had a good time?
Yeah, I had a really nice surprise. I thought Tanya was going to give me some tasks to do. And she took me into, you know, the little room we went into this morning? She took me in there, and there was this lady there with all this makeup and nail varnish and stuff, and she did my nails and she did my, like, makeup. But you sound like you've had a nice time.
That's been great, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we've been bouncing down, running around, and the kids have enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad they've had a nice time.
No screaming, no crying. Yeah, it's been great, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, cool.
So I'll see you when I get back.
Okay, baby.
All right. I'll speak to you later. Love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's now the third day for our families, and Dr Tanya has made quite an impact on their problems. The Turners want to control their daughters Hannah and Jessica's bad behaviour. They've made considerable progress over the last 2 days, learning to play with their girls again and dealing with their screaming fits. But it hasn't been easy.
Oh, shut up.
Nicola Egbon is searching for an answer to her son Dante's sleep problem. At home, he slept in his mum's bed since he was born. With Dr Tanya's advice, she's managed to get Dante to wake up in his own bed, but the effort has left her feeling exhausted and low. Still to come.
Just leave me alone, just go away.
All right, let's just hang
When
out together
2-year-old
here.
Lewis
Let Mummy
Cooksley
have a
first
turn.
arrived at the House of Tiny
So,
Tearaways, he was diagnosed food
well done,
phobia,
Lewis.
which means he has a serious problem when
Who's Mummy's
trying new
clever boy
foods.
then?
That's amazing.
Yesterday, however, he made
my
progress
finger in it.
when he ate some mashed
Have you got any
potato.
baby knives anywhere?
Today, Dr Tanya is
in
hoping
the
to move
baby
Lewis
cupboard.
on the stage further by getting him to eat fruit. It's a bold step because the wet texture of the food embodies
really
everything
serious,
he's always been
hardcore
afraid of.
cutlery. Are you ready for this?
Yes, this is one.
That's a fork.
Fork.
This is a knife. This is a very new experience for him, isn't it? And it's wet. And you know, we've established that wet freaks him a bit.
Have this one.
Have this one. Shall I cut it? Want to cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, come on then. Okay. No, not on the knife. There, take it with the. Take this. Most kids of his age would be know what to do with a knife and fork. He doesn't know what a knife.
No.
In it goes, and oh,
Well done.
Well done.
Hey.
Was that a new
Lunchtime
thing?
has been
Was it
another
that?
major step forward for the
No,
Cooksleys, but Mum Nicky needs to get something
Just
off
for
her
a second.
chest.
When yesterday, when you did sort of turn around and say, you know, well, he doesn't even know how to use a spoon, or he doesn't even know how to use a fork, I found that quite patronising, the fact that I should have said it then, that he does. I let him play with his cutlery. He does do it. He does do it. And he knows what a spoon is, and he knows what a fork is, because he uses it. And he'll come and he'll tell me, you know, Mum, you know, I'm playing with my fork. Fine, you play with your fork, I don't care.
I mean, I can see that today. He's much more familiar with them than I thought. Well, yesterday when I saw him, because it was such a bizarre environment for him, and there was all the food and the mess, and he was quite anxious. And so when he was holding his cutlery, it was quite stiff. So what I saw there, I interpreted as a lack of cutlery skill. What I've seen today, you're right, I made a mistake. He does have a lot of skill with cutlery, and he's good with it. So what we need to do is no more you feeding him, because he can do it.
I don't want you to think I'm making you look stupid or anything, because that's...
I don't think that, because I'm confident in my skills as a psychologist. So what I think is that you have been really frank with me as the mother of a child who we're trying to solve his problem, and you've gone red in the face and your eyes are glistening, and it's brilliant because we mean business. You and I are working together, which means we're trying to solve a problem, which means we're going to agree and we're going to disagree, and the more we do this, the more we're going to help him.
Dad Lee Turner and his daughters Hannah and Jessica have been enjoying an afternoon out at the Kids Zone Activity Centre to see how he copes with them without the help of Dr Tanya. It's time to go, and the last challenge for Lee is persuading the kids to get ready to leave. True to form, Jessica throws a tantrum.
No, Jess. No, Jess. Jessie. Come on. Come on. Jessie. No, that's silly.
She can run, but she can't hide.
No. No. Hannah?
Jessica's still not ready to go, but Lee's not letting her get to him.
We're going to try another technique, which is to, when she starts getting like that, exclude her. Most of that's reflect. And she's not getting her own way. I'll put my shoes on, Hannah can put shoes on, and we'll actually leave. Let me get my jacket. Bye, Jess. Come on. Let's get our coats on. I'm going.
Dad, I want to put my boots on.
Do you want to put your boots on? It's working. Jessie, put your coat on. Go. That was a really good end to a good day. It's been quite successful as a solo trip. A lot better than I thought it would be.
Dr Tanya's taken Mum, Nicola Egbon, for a consultation session in the quiet room. She thinks that Dante's sleeping problem may be taking the focus off the real issue, Nicola's own state of mind.
My concern is that you have been struggling with feelings of depression for over a year and you've had no help or intervention or any space to talk about it. Would that be right?
Very right. I don't like being this way. I don't like it. I'm not happy. I know I'm not happy inside.
How do you think that impacts on the way you are with your son sometimes and the way you view your son sometimes?
I always look at him and think he's not happy. When I cry all the time at home.
In front of him?
Yeah. And Dante says, sorry, Mommy, and hugs me. And that makes me feel worse. But I say, it's not, why are you apologizing? It's not your fault. You didn't do nothing wrong.
He doesn't understand.
And then he always wipes my tears and always apologizes. He thinks it's him.
I reckon Dante has brought you to this house because he wants his mum to get some help. He wants his mum to go out, be happy. He wants his mum to make friends again. He wants his mum to stop crying every day. So he has to wipe her tears with his hands.
Doing that to him.
But
you'll just be like, just leave me alone. Just go away. Just go away. I always say that to him.
Because?
Don't know. Let's just say go away. Just leave me alone. Just go away. I always say that. That's one of the things you'd hear in my, in our household. Don't say, just leave me alone. Just go away. And then he'll keep tugging at me more and more.
Because he's
like,
worried
just
about
go away. Just leave me. And I'll scream. I'll slam the door and I say, just go. And sometimes I'll just push him a little bit. Just say, go away.
Round and round.
That car.
Yes, that's right. It's a car.
What I want to do is I want to start with behaviour.
Okay.
And we've started already. You are starting to build a routine back in your life because one of the first things that goes when we feel depressed is routine. Other things that go when we feel depressed are organisational skills, the ability to organise ourselves, So I want you to leave this house with renewed confidence that you can do the sleep, you've nearly done it. You can do the routine, you're well on your way, but mostly that you can organise yourself and other people to get things done. Now we've got some very special new treats for the children tomorrow coming into the house, but they need a home. I'd like you to build a hutch for some rabbits.
I can't, I'm no good. No, seriously. I can't even screw a light bulb. No.
So are you going to accept this as a way of seeing whether you can achieve something? Or are you going to say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it?
What by myself?
When you first came here, you told me you couldn't put Dante to bed. You did it. Well, there are other people in this house. On my hand. Just take some breaths. Just take some breaths. It's okay. Just relax, honestly, just relax. Don't tense up like this. Just control your breathing. You put your arm down. It's okay. Put your arm down. Put your arm down. Put your arm down. Put your arm down.
That's it. There we go. Round and round. Round and round.
Think of your little son's face tomorrow when he meets not one, but the 2 rabbits I have bought for this house, because I think these children have been so amazing, they deserve a rabbit. And how even more cool when he knows that it was his mum that built that hutch. Tell me what's in your head. What are you saying to yourself with all these negative thoughts? What are you saying to yourself?
I'll do it.
What?
I'll do it.
I'll do it because
I can do it.
And if this negative thought creeps in while you're doing it, what are you going to say to yourself? So this negative thought, what are you going to say to it as it says, oh no, you're failing, you can't do it, it's all going wrong? What are you going to say?
I don't care. I'm going to try.
Fresh from her talk with Dr Tanya, Mum Nicola's quick to round up some help to make the rabbit hutch.
Let me see that thing. Oh yeah. So the red bit.
So this.
Haven't we? Got it in?
Yeah.
Like that.
I'll hold it.
Okay, and then we've got a screw.
Right?
No, there is nothing
There's no
underneath
hole.
it.
Look, there's a hole here. Screw the front
say?
and back of the hutch using the screws.
Yeah, you must have to. Because look.
Where?
While Nicola gets on with her exercise, I decide to find out how Dr Tanya thinks she's getting on.
Also, in the consultation, she talked a lot about how she cries in front of Dante. I imagine, I know he's little, quite good to see mum in hat, organised, doing something outside.
Being positive and assertive and proactive.
I can't begin to do that one.
We just have to do it to the best of our abilities, okay?
Yeah, that's it. So
Dante, you're in charge of the book. Okay, you're in charge of holding the book up.
Can I have the screwdriver?
Yes, you can.
Do we need two screwdrivers?
It really, really freaks kids out seeing parents cry.
Does it?
Particularly parents who cry regularly, because they don't know why. They automatically will feel guilty. They're not old enough to understand emotion apart from how it relates to them, because he still sees himself as an extension of her.
Who's making
As dinner time looms, part of Mum Nicola's team falls away.
So you can stay.
I don't know when the kids come back, but my kids should be eating at 5:30 with a routine. It's harder for me
They'll probably have something to eat,
because
because we did when we were out.
You want me to make dinner?
I don't know that.
So
Do you mind if I
don't
go
mind,
on?
whatever you want to do.
Because I don't
Yeah, go on.
What are we going to do for them? Chicken nuggets, aren't we?
Yeah, right then. Cool.
I
Well,
got
do you want
some
me to go and do
fries,
that?
I don't
remember?
mind. It's up to you.
What would you rather do? Yeah. Because I'm rubbish at this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicky will stay.
All right, I've got... Did you want fries?
We've got some actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we've got some. I should go and do a task that I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing it.
Or if you want to do it. Do you want to do it?
Do you want to?
I'd rather than
Then bug off then.
Right, okay.
Screw down.
And do that because
Screw
I'm
down the
hopeless.
roof. We need the screws for the roof. Here.
Can you
Go
go
on,
and
you
get
do
the
it.
umbrella over there, darling? Good boy. And you stand and look pretty with it, yeah?
She's doing it.
And she's positive in front of her son.
Absolutely.
No strength.
It's been a long day out for Dad Lee. It started well, but ended with daughter Jessica throwing another tantrum. But the lessons he's learnt so far helped him deal with it.
I want to play on one swing.
Well,
Can I have one more play on
let's go and see Mummy once, and then we can come out.
Hi.
Come on.
Dad, I have to let
He's smiling. He doesn't look stressed.
my coat.
Does he?
He looks tired, but he
He
doesn't
looks
look
tired, but he
stressed.
doesn't look angry or worked up.
It's like down that blue
No,
slide.
Jessie, come on, see Mummy. Quickly, quickly, see Mummy. That's it.
I can tell Mummy about this.
Go tell Mummy about where you've been.
Mum, we've been to the ball park.
You've been where?
To the balls.
Have you? Did you miss me? Give me a love. Oh, babe. Oh, I missed you.
I think we did that, Jessie, that's why they gave us.
No, there's another one soon.
Wow, you had a nice time. Give me a love. Give me a love.
It's good.
Yeah. Hey, you've had a good time. I'm dying to hear about your day. Oh, I missed you. I've been pacing down like a right idiot.
Everyone is back indoors. Everyone, that is, except Mum Nicola Egbon. She's determined to finish the exercise, even though it's getting dark.
You know, it's my first time.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Can I just ask you something? When I said, could you build a hutch, what was your reaction again in the room with me?
I almost went into a panic attack.
Because you couldn't do it.
I've never done it before.
Who built that?
We did.
Who organised the building?
I did.
Who got people out here in the freezing cold building a rabbit hutch?
I did.
Who is the one person here in the darkness finishing off the rabbit hutch?
Me?
Can you build a rabbit hutch?
Yeah.
Can you organise people to do something?
Yeah.
What does that tell you about yourself?
I can do something when I set my mind to it.
Do you know, task done, screwdriver down, let's go in.
What about the rabbits?
Don't worry about the rabbits. Your son is asking for you. He needs some food. We've got a routine.
Yeah. It's okay.
No, we don't shake hands, do we?
No, we do high fives.
Oh, what else do we do?
And we do pounds, and we do the lean back.
The lean back.
Lean back.
Especially with my
tool.
With my
lean
tool.
Back.
In you go.
Inside, it's tea time. At lunch, Lewis Cooksley made another big step with his eating problem when he ate some fruit. For a boy with a food phobia about solid or messy food, this was a major breakthrough. Dr Tanya decides it's time to try the next step and move him on to a grown-up meal. So tonight, chicken nuggets are on the menu. It's a bold move, and Dr Tanya has chosen to stand back and allow the Cooksleys to go it alone.
Do you want this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hold on to that. Hold your spoon.
No.
Oh, you're not having it then, Lewis. Are you going to have this?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Mummy, do it.
Hold with Mummy's hands. Hold on to Mummy's hands. Now you do it.
Good boy.
That's it.
Good boy.
Are you going to try a chip?
And a chippy afterwards? One of those?
Good boy. Well
boy.
done. Now have a nugget, because there's nothing better than nuggets and chocolate yoghurt, you know.
That's it.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Well done. One of them? Oh, that's cool. That's good. Well done. Well done. What about a nugget now?
Yeah.
A nugget now?
Yeah.
That's
Good
it.
boy.
Good
Well
boy.
done.
You don't need me anymore. I'm going to leave.
Good boy. Well done.
Good, Danny. You finished?
You finished?
You finished now?
Look how much you've eaten. That's brilliant.
I think all the kids clap for yourselves. Clap, big claps for Louis. Hey. Okay.
Outside. Huge clap, I should say. So well
Dr
done.
Tanya's about to reveal exactly why Mum Nicola Egbon was put in charge of making the rabbit hutch.
Now listen, girls and boys, if we've got a rabbit hutch in the garden, what do you think we should put in it?
A rabbit.
Have we got any rabbits? Do you think we need some pet rabbits to put in the garden?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have just gone shopping and I have bought 2 rabbits for the house.
So where's she going to pull up?
And they are coming tomorrow morning. and they need some children to put them in the rabbit hutch.
Me.
Who's going to put them in?
Do you want to put the
Who's going to put the rabbits in the rabbit hutch? Yes.
Me,
Okay.
I'm the biggest.
Well.
Me.
Okay. Well. This is what I want to say. Children who put rabbits in rabbit hutches are children who behave very well tonight, who have a lovely bath, who go to bed, who go to sleep,
Yeah.
and who eat their breakfast nicely.
Me.
So when I turn up tomorrow morning, I'm going to ask all the daddies and all the mummies whether each of their children is allowed to put the rabbit in the hutch. And I need the mummies and daddies to be very honest with me. So the big question for me tonight in my house is, will there be tantrums or won't there? Okay?
Dr Tanya takes the opportunity to catch up with Lee about his day out with his daughters, 6-year-old Hannah and 3-year-old Jessica.
Well, I've been to the adventure playgrounds before with them. A lot of the time it was to take them out from under Louise's feet. You walk into one of these places and a lot of parents all sitting there with a cup of coffee, with the same look on the face, and the kids are running riot. But you can see then they start to look at the watch, oh, I'm bored, I've been here half an hour. They must be tired, I can get them home, get them fed and get them to bed. And that's what I used to do. That's what we both used to do. And it'd always end up with a tantrum trying to get them out. So the pleasure of them actually playing always ended up in tears or stress. And today we went through a good 2 hours of playing, however long it was. And the behaviour was fantastic. If I'd have seen what's happened to me in 2 days on TV, I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah, I keep sitting there thinking, I'm actually having to try to do this. I'm really having to work hard to do this. And every time I think about it, I keep thinking, no, I'm not. I'm not having to work at it. I want to do it. I enjoy it. And I think that was the problem that both of us had, is that rearing children became a task.
The announcement about the rabbits means the children are as good as gold at bedtime.
Because tomorrow he's going to see the 2 rabbits. And he wants to call one of them Noddy.
Can you close your eyes and think about the rabbits?
For the second night, Hannah Turner gets to stay up for an extra half an hour.
What?
When we hear that, we'll tell her, who's that?
But it looks like Dante isn't ready for bed just yet.
I know who that is. That's that boy that begins with Dante.
I thought it sounded like Jessie. You know what Jessie's like?
What? But she's not. Well, she doesn't sound like that.
Will Dante wake up in his own bed again and get to see the rabbits tomorrow? After an emotional day in the House of Tiny Tearaways, Nicky and Paul Cooksleys take the opportunity to record their thoughts in a video diary.
Go on then.
Well, it's the end of the 3rd day now.
Well, we're both very happy with Lewis's progress today.
Yeah, very.
He surprised us quite a lot, didn't he? He asked for a white yog, which is white yoghurt, and I just didn't believe he would just go and just do it, just eat it, because he kept asking me if I would help him, and I really actually found it very easy to encourage him to do it on his own, which I'm really impressed with. That's quite a milestone for me as well, being able to get him to do something, talking him through it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and to stand back and to see him actually feeding himself, although okay, a lot of kids his age are already doing it, and it's nothing special. To us, it is, and to actually see that when he's had the problems, albeit caused by us, but when he's had the problems of not eating himself, etc., etc., to see the huge leaps and bounds that he's come across. So the last literally 3 days that we've been here, I think he's done really well. And we were saying he's leaped from like here to here really, really quickly. And as I say, to stand back and to actually watch him do that, you get really a good sense of satisfaction and a real sense of, wow, this is really powerful stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
And my missus is laughing at me.
You don't shut up.
Well, I've shut up now.